Hi, I'm Professor Covey, and I teach English classes to students online and in person at the college level. Last week, we released a video that had 5 common mistakes that online students make and how to avoid or amend them. And it seemed like it was pretty helpful, so I got some requests to add some more, and yep, there are more mistakes that online students make. So I'm going to give you 5 more. This is a part 2 to common mistakes online students make. And hopefully just listening to these will give you an opportunity to figure out how to proceed and create habits that just avoid these in general. And then they'll become a part of your routine and you'll be an awesome, stellar online student. Number 1, the first common mistake online students make that I want to talk about is writing bad emails to your professor. So I'm going to release a video that quickly goes through how to write a good email, but the Cliff Notes version is to have a clear subject line, address them, hi professor or Dr. So-and-so. Make your body, your content, your question very clear with lots of details, examples, references, screenshots to what the concern or question is. And then give them your name, sign it, tell them what class you're in, first and last name, especially for online students because we don't have a face to match to the name. It's really important you let us know who you are and what class you're in the email. Maintain a professional tone and be sure to proofread. Now, I don't expect you to agonize over your word choices and have beautiful flowing sentences in your email to me, but I do expect you to capitalize your I's and remember that I am not a text thread. Please don't LOL or stream of conscious email to me. Make sure you at least check your punctuation and that your spelling is generally fine and that you're straightforward and clear in your emails. And again, please capitalize your I's. This leads to the second common mistake I want to chat about today, and that is not communicating properly for an academic environment. Basically, it's not treating the online classroom as an academic environment in your communication, through your communication. Again, this is most commonly seen, like in the emails, in your communication, in not capitalizing your I's, not checking your punctuation, just rolling with everything without stopping your sentences. Remember, we are not texting, we are not tweeting. Communicate appropriately. Now, just like every physical classroom has a different vibe, every teacher has a different style, you'll see that replicated in an online classroom. So keep that in mind. Some teachers are way more chill, others have a stricter approach. I guess I'm kind of a combination of the two. But I just like to see that extra effort, that attempt at professionalism and working in an academic environment reflected in your communication. Number 3, another common mistake online students make is not creating a routine that supports online learning. This is really important if you're taking classes from home. Get up, get the day going, and stick to a consistent schedule on the daily. Whether that is getting up, getting dressed, doing your hair and makeup, making sure you get your exercise or even just some fresh air, have a set and pre-scheduled space and time for doing your work for your class. Creating that consistent daily routine will help make sure all of the distractions, all of the delays that lead up to getting your work done can be eliminated or at least softened. Another common mistake is just skimming directions. That's the 4th one I want to talk to you about today, and it is the one that kills me the most. I am not sorry I keep talking about this. Maybe I keep hitting my own nerve here because procrastination is just so obvious in an online classroom because we can see when students rush through their work and then submit minutes before the deadline. That's a lot more transparent in an online classroom, but it's also super transparent when you didn't read the directions. Now, in a physical classroom, oftentimes when you're presented with directions, it's accompanied by some further explanation from your instructor, your teacher, your professor. But in the online classroom, it is just the directions and instructions. So skimming through it is not going to help you. That's the only interaction you have with it. Take the time to keep checking it while you've started your work, as you're going, before you submit. Make sure you're hitting each of the requirements, even if it seems long. Skimming directions can just come back to screw you, so please make sure you take the time to read through each of the requirements and read through them multiple times, whether that means you print it out and annotate it, or you use your fancy glitter pens, and then you make your own kind of annotations on your own fresh sheet of paper. So the last one for this video, number 5, is once again going to make me sound like sassy. I feel like I'm getting nitpicky with these last 2. But the 5th one is to please do yourself a favor. Don't make the mistake of turning notifications off. Turn them on, please. This semester especially, I've had a lot of students email me things that are literally directly in the notification, in the email announcement that I had just sent out. When it's blatantly addressed like that in a notification, in something you're expected to read, it doesn't look very good on your part. The easiest fix for this is to just turn your notifications on. I know in the beginning of the semester, or if there's a crazy transition to online, you could be getting a lot of notifications. But as more instructors become comfortable teaching online, hopefully they'll start to learn to synthesize down what they need to say and decrease the frequency of notifications. But regardless, as instructors, we're all operating under the assumption that you've read everything we've sent out in notifications. If you're not following along, it's gonna come back to bite you. Like if I were making an announcement in a physical classroom, if during lecture, post-lecture, I'm giving some extra information and you were like zoned out, I still expect you to be responsible for that information. All right, so those are 5 more common mistakes that online students tend to make and some tips on avoiding or amending them. Hopefully by watching these kinds of videos, you're able to create new habits, build new systems and plans to ensure you are highly successful in your online classes. Thank you for watching, and if you have any more tips or other mistakes you've learned to avoid, go ahead and drop them in the comments and we can use this as a forum to discuss and help each other out a little bit more as we continue our journeys online. Thanks.